Guys, what's going on? We got a special video today. Today, I'm going to show you guys what my first product was on Amazon. I'm going to show you guys the first product that made me $3,000 profit in 1 month. And I'm going to show you guys why I recommend you to not do this product. Now, even though I made 3K profit, I'm going to tell you guys why it's a bad idea to do this product. And I'm going to tell you guys what mistakes I made, and I'm basically going to show you guys what I'm going to do moving forward. And yeah, let's get into it. So first off, I know you guys want to know what the product is, so drum roll please. Drum roll. Alright, so this is the product here, guys. There we go. It was a bangle slash bracelet flask. Now, bit of backstory. So this was, I think, about, let's say about April, May last year, when I first got Tanner J. Fox's Amazon course. Now, I know that I'm pushing Dan Vass's Amazon course. Just keep in mind that I haven't, Dan Vass wasn't even around back then, and he didn't start making videos on Amazon back then, so I didn't know anything about his course. He didn't have his course out then, so this was the course at the time that I was using. And basically with this product, I just took it straight off of Jungle Scout, off the product database. I just took it straight off there, didn't do any further research, no other going through the rabbit hole sort of product research methods that Dan Vass teaches, where you sort of click on one product, you go to related products, you go on the products that people are buying along with these products and whatnot. Just doing deeper research. I just took it straight off the product database on Jungle Scout, which I'll link down below as well if you guys are interested in that. That's the best way to do product research, in my opinion. It's the most helpful. So what happened with this product and why do I not recommend it? Basically, what happened with mine, I'm going to tell you a few mistakes that I made. So first off, I rushed straight into it. I basically got in there. It was about May when I was doing the product research and going through the suppliers. Now, I basically found one which was like the cheapest price, and even though the quality looked good, I went through one supplier and that was it. And I basically asked the price. I was like, cool, this looks really, really good. Messaged one supplier because I wanted the rose gold one. I didn't want these other colors here. I wanted the rose gold one, and I was basically like, cool. I want this many. I think I ordered 300. I want this many. I want it shipped to here. Blah blah blah. Did that stuff, and they were like, awesome. So all their prices are done up in US, and they said, cool, with air shipping, because I wanted to do air shipping because I wanted to get there as quick as into the fulfillment center as quickly as possible. The supplier's like, cool. So all up, it's going to cost $2,700 for 300 units, mind you. This was to manufacture it. This was to get I forget what the name was. It was like electroplasma gold plating or whatever it was, to get that nice shine on it. So it was cost to do that. So it was a higher quality, and that was to just do a white cardboard box for the packaging with my logo printed on it and with a bit of info printed on the back. So all up, they're like, cool, 300 units with shipping, that's going to cost $2,700. And back then I was like, hey, look, this is a bit more than what I wanted to spend, but I didn't know any better back then. So I was like, cool, awesome, I'll take that. Now in Australian dollars, that converts to just over $3,000. So I basically, and the other thing, which I'm going to tell you guys, which I do not recommend whatsoever, is when they did the payment method. So there's two ways to do the payment method. There's either to pay through Alibaba. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll put it in the video. So it's to pay through Alibaba themselves or to pay through PayPal, and they're the two safest ways. Now what they did is they wanted a bank transfer, and at the time I was like, yeah, cool, we can do that. I want to get this product out. I just want to get it done, get it out of the way so I can get into Amazon. So I had to transfer just over $3,000 to this, what wouldn't say random company, but just to this Chinese company through my bank account. I had to do all this authentication stuff through my app so I could send that large amount of money to their company. And yeah, it was, when I look back on it now, it was really, really risky. So wouldn't recommend you do that. I would definitely look at other suppliers and I would definitely make sure that they have PayPal or the Alibaba payment method, just so if anything does go wrong, it's going to be a lot easier to get your money back. I know it seems all good and well that it's oh hey, you know, Jack, you know, it costs you $3,000 to ship the product and everything and get it in. You know, you made $3,000 profit. You know, what's the problem? So basically, what I also had to pay for was PPC, which was a Amazon advertisement. So all up, I think I would, let's just say, ballpark figure of around $300 I spent all up on the advertisement, maybe $400, and that was at the start. Now, just to put into perspective, I launched this product in about June, and it wasn't until November, December where I actually sold all my units in the Christmas period and made all that money back. So in the long run, I actually lost money on this product. Now, basically, where I went wrong with this product is I just rushed into it. And back then, when I was looking at how much the sales, like how much people were doing in their revenue with the Jungle Scout web app, basically I looked at the numbers and I said, oh cool, you know, these guys are doing 3,000, 4,000 per month. And being a complete newbie, a complete beginner, I just looked at it and said, you know, I didn't think, you know, it didn't even come to my mind that that's not profit, that's just revenue. So I looked at the numbers, and for me, the thing that attracted me to this product was back then that there weren't many sellers at all, and there was only like 2-3 people which had some reviews and which were making 3,000, 4,000 revenue per month. And back then I was like, cool, that's awesome, and I didn't even consider that wasn't profit. You know, I was aiming for 3,000 profit per month when these were only doing, you know, 4,000 revenue, maybe 5,000 revenue, and I didn't even consider that. So I put it up, and I just thought to myself, cool, everyone's selling these for, you know, $20 to $30 each. This is going to be awesome. And by the time it took, you know, by the time my product went from the supplier to the Amazon fulfillment center, even by then it had dropped like $5. And I was like, hey, that's cool, that's no worries. And it kept, you know, going in through the months, and I wasn't getting any sales. I wasn't, you know, basically running my advertisements properly, and the cost of the product started to go down. So it got to the point where it was selling, I think, at about $30, just over $30. Got right down to under 20, so about $18, $19. And back then I didn't even think to check, you know, on the price and be competitive with my price. So I was like, you know, why is this not selling? And around that time, so let's just say, because nothing really happened, right? I'd sell like, this is how bad it was. I'd sell like 1, maybe 2, you know, every month. You know, maybe I think the maximum I had was 8 in a month. And I was like, hey, look, you know, I don't think this product's working. I'm not doing anything properly. I don't know what's going on. You know, was this product bad? And I started doubting, you know, the product that I you know, invested all this money into. So around November, that was when I purchased Dan Vass's course, and he basically explained how to do your PPC properly, how to price competitively. Now, Tanner does that to an extent, not as much, I feel, as what Dan does. So I followed his course, and I just basically relaunched the product. And the one thing as well, which I haven't mentioned, is I didn't do any giveaways for this product at all to rank my product. For my second product, I've done heaps of giveaways, and it's helped me rank. Update on that, it's on the first page now. If you guys have watched my last video, it was on page 3. It's up to page 1 now, so hopefully we can get some good sales on that one. But with my first product, didn't do any giveaways at all. I didn't know how to launch my product. But basically when it came into December, that's when everyone was doubling down on the Christmas sales in the fourth quarter for the US, on the Amazon US marketplace. Basically, I redid my PPC, I did my pricing competitively, I did it around $18, $19, and it was, I think, the first week in November when sales started picking up, and I'd get like 1 per day, and then I'd get, it jumped up to, you know, 3 or 5 per day, and then coming into December, it was, I think the most in one day was about 24 units in a day, and it was sort of staying up around there. And by the end of December, I was almost out of my 300 units, and that just blew my mind, you know. In that whole month, that was sort of, I'd say around, you know, November, maybe December, but it was all in about 1 month, which all my units sold out. And, you know, the product's not up anymore. I'm not doing that product anymore. and I wouldn't recommend you guys do it anymore. I've basically taken the listing off Amazon altogether. I wouldn't recommend you guys do that product because the demand's just not there. That's why. And basically, even though I made $3,000 profit on this product, I ended up losing some money, you know, in the long run, because you have to look at your expenditures. You can't just look at, hey, I made 3K profit, this is awesome, you know, blah blah blah. But even though 3K, you know, profit is a good thing, it was good to see that money come back into my account. But you have to look at it in the long term, and you have to look at it as a long-term investment and as a business model. So I wouldn't recommend you do this product, but basically what I learned is do more product research, do more extensive product research, and ask more suppliers. So don't just stick with the first supplier that you see. Another thing as well is to negotiate your prices. So basically, if they just give you, so let's just say, because when I first started, they said, okay, 2,700, you know, that's the price that we can do for you. Back then, you know, it wasn't that I was scared, I just wasn't unsure, didn't know you could negotiate with them, and they just basically, you know, I didn't know that I could say to them, hey, you know, how about we do this for, you know, 2,400, and, you know, I can buy this right here, or hey, look, I've talking to other suppliers and they can do this price, can you match that price? Or hey, what is it for shipping, you know, via sea as opposed to, you know, air shipping? And usually sea shipping is it takes longer, but it is a lot less costly. But back then I didn't know that, and I didn't know any better, so I just went ahead and spent the 3,000, and that's it. You know, lucky back then, you know, I had the money to do that. But you know, if you guys are on a tight budget, I would recommend to look around first and not just settle with the first supplier that you see with the price and the product that you like. Pretty much it on the full recap of my first product. But basically, what I'm going to basically put it down to is that this product, even though it wasn't the best to start off with, I'm not considering it a failure. And the reason why is because it was a whole learning experience for me and my first product. And when you look at it, when you put it one way, you can't just do one product, and if it doesn't do well, oh, that's it, you know, boo-hoo, you're just going to give up because, oh, you know, it's too hard, and I spent all this time and money on it, and blah, 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 you know, they're just excuses. You know, if you really want this to work, you can't just have, you know, these slight setbacks or these big setbacks, you know, you can't make that an excuse to not do it anymore. So this is what I've learned from my first product. So I learned how to launch my product properly now after doing it wrong the first time. Also, what I did wrong the first time is not do enough product research. So I did even better product research on my second product, and that's showing the results are even better. You know, even though it's still a grind on my second product, you know, the results are 10 times better than what my first product was. And I'm looking at it more long term than, you know, just a get rich quick, you know, just make money really quickly sort of scheme. I'm setting it up for the long term so I can make money as a long term investment, you know, when it comes to Amazon. So I've learned how to basically do better product research. I've learned how to do better PPC, so your advertisement campaigns, and they've been a lot better as well. The other thing I have to get into is doing more Facebook advertisement for my product, because that helped a little bit with my first product. That's one thing I did on my first product, which was really good. But I've learned a lot coming into you know, my second product, and when I do my third product, I'm going to learn even more. And you know, I want to get to the point where my store has you know, 10 products or more on it. So like I said, it's a whole learning process. You know, when it comes to products like these, you know, I did them because I didn't know any better. You know, this is just, I just wanted to get into it, and I just wanted to do it. And you know, some people may say, oh, that's wrong, you know, why would you waste that money, and why would you do this, you know, when you could just do more research the first time. Honestly, I'm just a person that learns from experience, and this, for me, you know, I wouldn't change anything. I would not change what I did for my first product. I wouldn't change what I did for my second product. I would just basically learn from experience and just get better and better each time. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Like I said, I would not recommend you do this product at all. You are not going to get enough sales. You know, I think at the moment there's one seller. I went and checked it out the other week. There's one seller which is now doing, I think, about 15,000, maybe 20,000 revenue. So hey, look, you know, be my guest if you guys think that you can outmarket this product and you can get it out there. I feel like this product was more so just a fad than anything, because after I launched it, I saw a lot of Facebook advertisement, and I saw a lot of advertisement online about these products that had gone through, and that was after I'd launched it. So look, be my guest if you guys think you can work it out and you know, get out there and sell even more than the top seller, then you'll be making some good money. But just from my experience, I would definitely look at a different product. It's going to be a lot easier to source for a lot cheaper price, and it's going to be a lot easier to market and outdo your competitors on. So apart from that, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you got some value out of it. But I'm going to leave it here today. Hope you guys are having a good afternoon, and I will see you in the next one.